And welcome back to the Rock Shop Podcast. This week we have,
Good rod fishing.
and it's all Cole, you're late.
What
Yeah,
a loser.
Cole's going to come in later for all you loyal viewers of the Rock Shop Podcast. So, like three of you, you'll probably remember Cole and Good Rod from episode 4, I believe. But yeah, they're back with the hot takes, back with the discussions.
I don't know about hot takes, but my dogs are national champions, so I'm good.
That I think, yeah, that's a take that aged well. At first, it did not age well at all, and then it ended up aging well. So good
I
on you.
still don't believe in Stetson Bennett. We won that in spite of Stetson. He did not play the best game.
But we're not here to talk about football the entire time. Oh,
I know.
you were in that way. You were in that football episode with David. Yeah, that was a good one.
I know. And like I told him, if we win, it's going to be the defense, not because it's Stetson Bennett.
But yeah, we're not going to be talking about football the whole time this time.
I'll try.
We're here to talk about Andrew. I'm ready to throw down. I'm ready to beat ass because you've had this take for a long time, and I couldn't say nothing. I had the benefit of the doubt, but I experienced this recently, and I was like, Andrew was wrong all along.
I was wrong.
You
What
were
did you
wrong.
do?
Your take is piss diarrhea out of ass.
Did you play Pokemon Sun and Moon?
No, that's a good one, but I'm not going to die
Okay.
on that hill. Sun and Moon are good games.
No, they're not. They're terrible games.
But you know what is good? Nay. You know what is great? I recently watched the 2013 Best Picture nominee, Gravity, and it deserved all the hype and all the awards and all the acclaim it got. It was such a good movie.
No, no. That's the best nap you've ever had. You
No.
probably dreamt the rest of the movie and you made it good because your movie got nominated for an award. That
No.
movie is terrible.
How? I don't get it.
Dude,
I was watching it. I was like, what did he not like about it?
everything.
So good.
Sandra Bullock's just screaming in space for an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Yeah, wouldn't you if you were lost in space?
I wouldn't want to sit down and watch that. No.
Yeah, no, if you were lost in space, you'd be screaming.
I wouldn't be in space in the first place. It's too high.
George Clooney is so good in that movie. Sandra is like, it's a chef's kiss. She was great. They were all great. That special effects were incredible. It was all about letting go, man. It was a metaphor. Because like George Clooney, he had all those people let him go back in life. And he's like, I'm gonna let go. That's character development, man. She had to let go of grief. That's clever, but literally let go of it. Oh God, what a good film.
No.
I'm surprised of all the films you've probably seen. Like that's a breaking point. Like you've seen, uh, you saw that Pokemon Latias and Latios movie.
That's better than that. Dude, the Bean movie on YouTube. Are you kidding me?
You saw the Pokemon
The
uh,
the Bean movie? That you don't know anything about the Bean movie.
You saw that awful Lucario and the Mystery of Mew movie.
Look. Now you're trying to that movie had the best music, okay? Even Gravity couldn't top that music.
No, Rise of Darkrai was like it's like top tier.
That yeah.
I don't think there was any music in Gravity because no, there was. It was like beautiful. It fit the scene. It fit the. It was a full orchestra, dude.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
And then the rest of the movie sucked.
I'm just saying. I saw it and I was like genuinely impressed. I'll see, especially like films from that year that were like nominated. Like Her, I didn't really care for. It, it's fine, but I didn't get the hype. Yeah, it was Her, and it was I don't know. There was a lot of garbage that was out in 2013. Like Gravity was like genuinely not one of them. I was like, holy shit.
No, it was one of them.
Captain Phillips, that was a pretty good one from what I remember, but
Yeah.
that one went hard, kind of. I can't remember what else. I didn't see the best picture that year.
No, Gravity, definitely the worst movie I've ever seen. Monty Python and the Holy Grail is S tier. The Bean movie, well, maybe not S tier, is A tier for sure. Gravity is unranked. It doesn't even crack the tier list. I can't put it in a tier. It's that bad.
We gotta check it out because it was Gravity. Captain Phillips was pretty good. I'll give it that. Dallas Buyers Club was like fine. I wouldn't do a backflip for it. Her, I didn't really get the hype. I was like, whatever. I think Wolf of Wall Street would be my favorite from that year. Like I haven't seen it, so.
You said movies that came out in 2013.
Well, those are like the best picture ones, and then there's like 12 Years a Slave. Haven't seen that. I do want to see Wolf of Wall Street. That looks super cool. But it's like 3 hours long. I don't have time for that.
Yeah.
Well,
dude, the Hunter x Hunter movie came out in 2013. So did Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods.
Yeah, well, okay, that second one was Japan only. That came out like 15 in the States. That don't count.
That counts. It came out in 2013.
Yeah, I doubt those were Best Picture nominees.
Ryan, how are you saying Gravity's better than Planes?
No.
Dude, Planes, it's cars in the air.
I love the fact that when Planes came out, I didn't see it. Did you see it?
Yeah, it's cars in the air.
I didn't see it. We were in 8th grade at the time, but like going into high school. I remember that. But I remember when Planes came out, I distinctly remember when it was still in theaters, but it could have been when it went on DVD. But they were already playing ads for Planes 2, Fire and Rescue. Like that came out a year later, and then Planes just like
died.
went away forever.
Yeah. Nah, man, you're just a terrible critic at this point.
Like they fast tracked the whole ass movie before the film even came out, and they're like, okay, no, that the world has seen enough of Planes.
Look, man, Planes is legit.
What was the Pokemon movie that came out in 2013? Or what?
Dude, The Wind Rises by Studio Ghibli, 2013.
I think that was nominated for the following Oscars, but I do love that film. That was an Oscar. Wait, I remember it was an Oscar-nominated film, but I can't remember if it was 13 or 14.
The Purge also came out in 2013. That's another classic. The Heat with the better Sandra Bullock movie, The Heat.
Ew, wasn't that Melissa McCarthy and that shit?
Yes, it's better than Gravity. That's all I'm gonna say.
Dude, I know
it's still dumb.
I know it's 420, but bro, you're high right now.
Look, man, I still dumb movie. Don't get me wrong, but it's better than Gravity.
I'm going through what I saw in 2013, and I'm not seeing a single thing that was actually good. Man of Steel was like fine. It was okay. Objectively okay. Pacific Rim was like fine. I will say The Kings of Summer, probably my favorite, and that wasn't like an award show film.
The Genesect movie with the shiny Genesect, the shiny red Genesect.
That's hype.
Bro, black and white era?
You what?
Black and white era.
Yeah.
Legit.
2013 was kind of a dark age because, like, you saw Gen 5, but it was going out the door for Gen 6. And then I remember X and Y came out during Homecoming, or like the day Homecoming was Like for us, like freshman year, remember that?
Yeah, I remember catching a Snorlax and naming it Dude, and then beating everybody at lunch with it.
I love that fact because like you don't see Snorlax for like 3 hours into the game or something.
I beat the game in like a day and a half. That was with being in school all day.
That was easy as shit.
No, I would say that game is harder than Sun and Moon. Look,
It's
the only
not like I
hard
read
thing,
first.
the only hard thing about Sun and Moon is trying to play the game, like actually have the will to want to play the game, because there's no rivals. And I know in X and Y you don't have any rivals, but at least there's gyms. The Elite Four has better music. I'm sorry, there's no Elite Four in Sun and Moon because there's no gyms.
I never got to that point. I got to like.
See, you haven't even beat Sun and Moon.
Because I got old, dude. I grew up.
So it's the worst game, dude. Like,
but I pumped like 80 hours into it. I was like, this is a sunken cost. I'm done here.
You know what? I'm making sure that I get this, and I'm gonna re-upload it, and I'm gonna cut it. I'm gonna edit it, and it's gonna say, "Sun and Moon wasn't that bad," and then it's gonna go to, "I never actually beat Sun and Moon."
Sun and Moon was good. You're just
man.
You're just crazy. Yo, who's coming?
Hey, what's up, Cole?
Sorry, I literally just slipped my mind what time it was, and I was like, oh yeah, I gotta go take a shower.
Wow.
Nice shirt.
Yeah.
Oh yes, the one that we got when we were freshmen in high school almost 10 years ago. And
yeah.
For those of you that can't tell, Cole has on a Corky Kill shirt. For those of you that do not live in the state of Georgia and are not in marching band in the state of Georgia, it's a shirt for dorks. I have one too.
I think this is I only own this Corky Shell shirt and one more. I have no clue what happened to the other two.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm loving the Jesus vibe from you, Andrew.
You and Ryan, both, dude. If you guys want to see the Jesus vibe, check me out at Good Red Fishing on YouTube.
Cole, introduce yourself.
Oh, I'm Cole. Several YouTubes and titles pending at the time. When I finally decide on one or which one I'm going to be mostly on, I will say it.
For kids, 69 420.
Cole,
we are recording on 420.
Cole, don't ever get rid of your main channel though, because there's a video on there that it's very dear to my heart. And
oh, it's the one with you with the troll face mask.
Yeah, it's the B team.
Well, no, I don't have the B team video on my channel, do I?
Yeah, you do.
Oh, it is on my channel. You're right.
Oh my god.
No, I don't. I don't think I'd ever get rid of my main account. It's just I have like different groups of people who are like, we should do YouTube together, like from like 3 different friend groups, and I'm like, I don't know.
So Cole, we were going over which movies are the greatest of all time, and Ryan says that Gravity is a pretty good movie. I tend to disagree. I think the Bean movie is better, not the Bean movie, the Bean movie.
As in Jerry Seinfeld Bean movie.
As in the Bean movie.
Killer
Bean.
Oh, I don't think I've ever seen that.
It's on YouTube. It's a classic. You need to check it out.
It is, but Gravity is good as well.
No, don't waste your time.
For me, I think the greatest movie of all time is Nicolas Cage's Ghostwriter from 2007.
You're starting to kind of look like Nicolas Cage.
I know, right? But no, as much as I do love that movie, probably my favorite movie, or what I think is the greatest movie of all time, it's a tie between Anchorman and the original Austin Powers.
I don't know. My greatest movie of all time is Monty Python and the Holy Grail, hands down.
That is a very good movie too.
Oh man.
Andrew, I have one more topic to bring up. I didn't realize Cole would shower that quickly. But, I do want to hear quickly your take on the USFL. How was that game? How you feeling? Are you Generals or Stallions?
My first impressions were, you could tell they had 2-3 weeks together. Quarterbacks balls were kind of off. I heard something about the balls were weighted more to one side than the other. And when you've been doing repetition for basically, let's say, sophomore, junior of high school till you're 23, 24, that's going to affect some of the passes and the kicks too. So I think we can place some of the blame on the really bad overall quarterback play on the ball, as well as they haven't had time to really, mesh and really get to know the receivers like that. So I think we come back in like 4 weeks, 5 weeks, and that will tell, what it's really going to do. But I thought it was pretty good football overall. I thought there were some really big hits.
I only watched like half of it, but I thought it was fun. It was something different.
I like some of the camera angles they did. Like,
Yeah, the drone stuff, that was cool.
I thought it got a little too close to the fans, but not the fans, the players, but I thought that was okay. I also like the GoPro shots. Like, they had like the live cam from the helmets and the referee cams, and I thought that was pretty cool.
I was about to say, yeah, that GoPro stuff was pretty neat. But
Yeah.
Paul, do you know what a USFL is? Do you know what
USFL isn't that University of Southern Florida?
No, Cole, it's okay.
I'm not a sports guy.
Oh, we know, Cole. We said this in the last time. Cole does a sports ball, so please don't make fun of Cole.
I am let's go sports ball all the way. I still, if me and you stayed in more contact, Andrew, I would still ask you questions about sports if I was watching them.
I know.
Well, I got distracted by something, so I'm not going to, as you said, but it's the United States Football League. It's just the NFL, but they play in spring and summer, and yeah, it's kind of fun.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was something that came out in the 80s. If you get those ads for Herschel Walker, he's running for Senate. He used to play for the New Jersey Generals, which was a USFL team owned by Donald Trump.
Intriguing.
Yeah.
He filed for bankruptcy. I'm just playing.
Our cat has been dying to be in this room, but I started with a new client and I'm on the phone constantly working. So like I can't have a screaming cat in the room with me while I'm on the phone with people. And so I've been basically just like shunning all of them out from the office for the most part, except if it's nighttime. And they are just not happy. They just can't be in here when they want anymore.
That's funny.
Okay, it's not like they have a whole townhome to run around or anything.
Yeah.
They want to be in this one room because it has the giant window that gets all the sun in the mornings.
They can just look out the window, see what the cats literally do. I think people watch and they're like, yeah, that cat's fat.
Oh yeah, they literally will. And right on the backside here, I'll just show you real quick on this big window right here. That shows out to another neighborhood, and it's still under construction. So there are people constantly in and out, going, doing shit. So there's always something out there to do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, hate to moderate this too much, but I would like to get into the feature presentation. But before that, I would like to say, this is still related, before I forget, but there is news to discuss related to this subject. I don't know if you guys have seen it. Cole, I think I mentioned it to you because I wanted one of your reactions. But this is pretty hype. I don't think Andrew even knows about this. But like super hackers hacked into Nintendo, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they data mined the Switch. And they found...
Oh, I know what you're about to say.
Oh, did you hear the news?
About the GBA?
Damn it. Yeah. They're game testing Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance. And the files they found Pokemon Red Rescue Team and
Pokemon
Ball
Pinball.
Ruby and Sapphire. What do you guys think? Are you hyped or what?
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, as much as I would love to be hyped, they're gonna probably put it on the same thing they have everything else, where you have to pay to play it like per month. I'd rather just buy it and have it than have to pay for a subscription when I can get it for free on my computer.
Yeah, I completely agree with you.
Like, it's a good concept, but I think the execution is going to be piss poor.
So Andrew, I'll send you this. I'll send it to you and Ryan later. Are you familiar with the Patrick Star and Rayman meme, where it's like, "This is your wallet"?
Yeah.
So it's that scene, but it's Nintendo and the customers of Nintendo. It's like, you see, I'm willing to give you my money so I can play Game Boy games on the Switch. And it's like, we at Nintendo will not be offering any classic console games or handheld games on the Nintendo Switch system. And then at the end of it, it's just like, we stand by our decision. Also, don't pirate our games.
Yeah. They can, if they would sell the games, I'd buy them.
Exactly. Like, I don't, like, when I was a kid, my parents were the ones who bought me the Pokemon games. I don't mind shelling out $40 for a Game Boy game. Like,
But on the other side, like if you have Switch Online, like I would never ever pay for like Zelda 2, but I have it and that's kind of cool. So I get what you're saying, but at least base Switch Online like $20 a year. That's pretty good. Because what's being speculated is that they'll put the Game Boy and Game Boy Color stuff in base. Okay, I thought.
Sorry, I died.
Yeah, that's cool. So it's being speculated that they'll put base Game Boy or Game Boy and Game Boy Color in the base online. So the one you only have to pay $20 for. That's only GBA. You'll have to get like the expansion pack. But I have the expansion pack, so I'm cool either way. It would if they put like Gen 3 on GBA, like they'd have $50 a year subscriptions, like blow up. They would get so many. Honestly, as long as I get like Metroid Fusion and Metroid Zero Mission, I'm stoked, and Minish Cap.
I mean, I would rather just, have the game and play it offline.
At least it's not like Game Pass where they like take it away from you. Like I don't think they've ever taken like an NES or SNES game offline.
I just think it's dumb. I'm sorry.
yeah, I mean, hell, I've been wanting to replay through Black and White. I have a copy of Black and White, but I don't want to restart my games.
So if you're wanting to do that for YouTube, Cole, just get OBS and record it.
Say that one more time.
If you want to do this for YouTube, like have like a versus, download the ROM. I'll send you a website.
Hey, why is the FBI knocking at my door?
Oh,
for pirating.
Sorry, let me get a little bit closer to the mic here.
Pretty solid.
The Rock Shop podcast does not endorse piracy.
Yeah.
I personally do.
Ryan Gilmore is not associated with his employees. He doesn't pay us.
They do not speak for the brand or the company.
They're fired.
I wasn't hired. But nah, just get OBS and record it. I'll show you how to do it.
Okay, cool. But no, I've been playing
the podcast.
I've been playing a white randomizer.
Oh, they're so much fun.
They are. I've come across like 5 different legendaries wildly, and each time I come across a legendary, I don't have a single Pokeball on me. Oof. And then I go back to town. I'm like, okay, let's get some Pokeballs, and then it'll happen again. I'll run out of Pokeballs because I'm catching other Pokemon, and I'll be trying to leave to go get more Pokeballs, and then I'll encounter another legendary.
So you should do a randomizer Nuzlocke.
I consider doing a Nuzlocke, but I've done or attempted a Nuzlocke in the past. I cannot, for the life of me, stick to. Like if I play it by myself, I will bend the rules like crazy. I cannot stick to them.
The only time I've ever done that, I was doing one of Sword and Shield, and I kept getting really bad encounters, and I missed 2 moves in a row. Both of my Pokemon got knocked out. I had 2 Pokemon left to finish the game, and they got knocked out. And I was like, I mean, I can restart, but I'm just going to get the same encounters again.
Yeah.
So
And
I considered it a loss. I lost my first Nuzlocke, but oh well.
I mean, I'm doing a Nuzlocke, but if I were to do one, I would need like people to keep me accountable for the rules of the Nuzlocke.
Why don't we do a Nuzlocke?
I'm done.
I'm down too. I'm gonna have a second channel called Good Rod Gaming.
I don't have time for that.
But I mean, I like the challenge. I like the idea, but knowing my luck, I'm like, it's the worst encounters, and it's just going to be a bad time.
Can't be worse than encountering a Metapod and not catching it.
Ooh, yikes!
Yeah. Then on the next route, you encounter another line of that species, and because you didn't catch it on the previous route, you have to catch it on that route.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Where did Ryan go?
Still here.
Oh,
He went to go get some vodka.
Nah, I just got Snickers.
Oh, you weren't feeling like you were yourself?
Yeah, that's right. But
I have Reese's downstairs.
Huh?
Ooh, I have the Reese's eggs downstairs. Those are good.
Ooh.
Because I also keep my handy dandy desk mangoes.
I have water.
Well, I got my dried mangoes, I got my Coke, and my crippling nicotine addiction. So
There you go. Ryan Gilmore does not associate with nicotine.
No, he does not. That's my first.
no, I only have the Carfax.
Where are the Carfax? Where's the 8 previous owners?
Let me tell you guys about the scam call that I got today.
Ooh,
Okay.
So I get this scam call, and the lady starts off saying that she can reduce my mortgage. I don't own a house. So I start messing with her. She's like, how much is your mortgage? And I was like, mortgage? She goes, yeah, how much do you pay per month for your house? And I was like, I'm supposed to pay that? She starts genuinely getting concerned. She's like, well, do you live at this house, this address? And I was like, ma'am, I live in a cardboard box under a bridge on I-85. And she's like, you don't live at this address? And I was like, no, ma'am, I live in a Lowe's cardboard box underneath the bridge, I-85.
I live down in the parking lot.
He got so genuinely concerned. And then I was just like, boop.
Plot twist, she's not a scammer. She probably like set up a GoFundMe, like help this homeless guy.
And it's just me. I'm like, I would just donate it to charity, but you know.
Ugh. Miss Morgana, you cannot be eating wires. That's not good. You're going to electrocute yourself. Oh, you big.
The last time we spoke all together, talked about Legends Arceus. Was that game really a legend? I don't know. I never got around to playing it.
I put it in A tier. I put it as an A tier game. It's not S tier. It's A tier though.
Oh yeah, it's really solid. Like any game, it has its shortcomings, or it has some features that people may not like. I have been really enjoying it. This is the first game. Well, first off, it's super easy to shiny hunt in the game.
Oh yeah.
It's super easy to do it, especially once you have the shiny charm, have 10 level research on all the Pokemon, yada yada yada. Like plus the massive mass outbreaks.
Mm-hmm.
It is just super easy. I have almost a box full I have never owned more than 2 shiny Pokemon in any given game at a time.
I'm pretty good about getting shinies.
I will say recently before Arceus, when I was playing Brilliant Diamond, I randomly encountered a shiny Badoo. So I ended with a shiny Roserade.
Ooh, nice. Did you nickname it?
I did not name that one.
Should have nicknamed it what's the girl from Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds that uses the Black Rose Dragon?
Oh, yeah, Akiza.
Yeah, I said I would name it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I definitely thought about nicknaming, but I'm so bad at nicknames. The only one I actually did end up nicknaming was the Charmander, my starter, just because of the monkey meme.
Oh, I nicknamed mine King Kong.
Well, one thing I got, because now she's upset that she's stuck in a room.
What star did you guys pick in that game?
I picked Turtwig. I like Turtwig the most.
I think
all the starters.
Wait. In the game it was.
Yeah, you're talking about Legends, right?
Yeah.
Oh! I thought we were talking about Diamond and Pearl. Legends Arceus. I chose Rowlet.
Oh, really?
Yeah, disappointed.
Oshawott.
Why were you disappointed?
I don't like the final evolution.
I need to check them out. I can't even remember what they look like. I remember seeing the leaks. I showed Andrew, not you, the younger Andrew of the podcast, and he swore they were fake. He's like, that's not real. He saw like the classic Dialga and Palkia, and he's like, those aren't real. Those are fake.
I lied. I did not pick Rowlet first. I thought I did. That was the second playthrough I did of it. The first playthrough I did of it, I picked Cyndaquil. I love the Typhlosion. Then, you know how you get the starters in the game? So I got the Rowlet and I started using it, and I used it until it evolved into Decidueye. And then I'm like, this is just Galarian Zapdos again. Like, I don't care about this.
Galarian Zapdos? What's its typing?
Flying fighting. It's the same thing.
Gross.
Galarian Zapdos is actually really good. And competitive, if you are playing Overused, which is where you have to use it, give it an Adrenaline Orb, and when Landers comes in, it gets a +1 to attack and speed.
Interesting.
Yeah. Earlier sets, but it's kind of fallen off.
Well, so you said your second playthrough. Did you have it on a separate Switch, or did you make a separate account to play it again?
Separate account.
Got it. I wasn't sure if that would work or not. I was just wanting to confirm that because I'm considering doing another playthrough myself.
Yeah, second account.
Okay, got it. But yeah, no, right now I also have my first full shiny team on there. I finally got my shiny Rolts, so I have shiny Gardevoir. Got my shiny Lopunny. Got my shiny Heracross.
Dude, your team is based. I'm expecting to hear the last two be shiny Cloyster, shiny Onyx.
Oh, if only. Yeah, so it's a shiny Lopunny, Gardevoir, Heracross, Lucario. I believe the other two that are placeholders in my team right now are Gliscor and Rhyhorn.
Bro, you gotta nickname that shiny Gliscor Ludicrous.
But I will say that was an interesting feature too, the being able to change their name whenever.
Yeah.
And then obviously actually getting something for releasing your Pokemon.
I like that a lot because I like the mass releases too. Like,
yes, that
made it so much easier. I mean, I remember shiny hunting for a shiny Togepi, I think it was in BDSP, or no, it wasn't Togepi. I was shiny hunting for a shiny Starly. Sorry.
Okay.
And I had 6 boxes full of shinies, or not shinies, but just regular Starly. It took me 2 hours to release all those Pokemon.
Yeah, I remember I was doing the Masuda method in X and Y. I was trying to get Shiny Fennekin, but I didn't have a Shine Charm, I don't think. I very much doubt it. I know I beat the game, but yeah, I just Masuda methoded it, and it had to take like all day. But I finally did get it, but like I don't touch X and Y anymore. So like
X and Y breeding was easy as hell. You just go to Lumia City in a little circle and put your little coin in the side of the 3DS, and it just
I was just about
runs
to-
the bite.
yeah, it was easy, but like it took forever.
Not really though. Like I found more shinies in that game, I think, than I did Legends Arceus.
Well, maybe you had the Shiny Charm to be fair.
I didn't even have the shine charm. It's just you can go through that many eggs.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it just took a while. Wonder Trade, the whole what was it called, the PSS?
Yeah,
That was
the
cool.
passerby.
Yeah, that was pretty sick.
I actually made a friend in Scotland because of the passerby.
Oh, really?
I used to talk to him every single day, and then I haven't talked to him now for like 6-7 years. I feel bad, but I don't want to like hit him up now. He's like, "Who?"
That's stranger danger, bro.
I know, and like times change and everything. But I learned a good bit about Scotland just talking to him.
Mm-hmm.
Did you like hear his voice? Talk like this.
Yeah, he had a pretty good Scottish accent.
Yeah. They should make a Scotland Pokemon game.
That's what Sword and Shield is for.
That's cool. All the 0 British fans of the Rock Shop podcast will be up in arms because you said that. That's not Scotland. That's England.
And then I'm just going to say, go back to eating your cold beans and toast, you Brit.
Yeah.
Silly twat.
Yeah. All Britain's gonna like find my YouTube account and they'll love it, but then they'll find this segment of the podcast and they'll hate me now.
I'm sorry, mate. Do you have your getting angry license on you?
Oh, you're gonna get canceled.
That was Australian, bro. That wasn't even British.
I don't know what that was supposed to be.
He's like, "G'day, mate. License? Oh, you got a license to unsubscribe?"
It's like Aussie.
That's Outback Steakhouse language, bro.
They aren't even Australian.
I'm pretty sure that's the number 7 on the menu.
I really want to go to Australia. I've heard their food is really good.
I don't know, man. I saw if you get like coronavirus over there, they like take you away and put you in like a jail cell or something.
You in the outback for a while.
They do.
That's how you become a
Like,
kangaroo.
they just throw you and you get a didgeridoo and a boomerang to defend yourself. You get a 1 bloomin' onion a week. That's your ration.
Last year, if you're careful.
But
Oh yeah. Did you guys know? Fun fact. Did you guys know that Australia back in the day waged a war on emus and lost?
that's right.
Great Emu War.
Yep. I don't know if you guys knew that or not, but if anybody's watching didn't know that.
Oh,
now
here's
you
another
know.
fact about Australia. They're the only country whose prime minister just went for a swim one day and just fucking disappeared. No one knows what happened to him.
War
went for-
never changes.
He had Ebola.
I think the popular theory is that because obviously he was from the ocean. I think the popular theory was he got dragged out to sea.
I mean, yeah, that makes sense. Or he had a hit and somebody put some snake venom in him.
Could be.
Like that one episode of The Blacklist.
Mm-hmm. There's also another one where they're the only country whose prime minister has shit themselves in a McDonald's. That happened in 1996.
This chicken nuggets hit too hard.
They call McDonald's Macca. M-A-C-C-A.
McDonald's?
No, not McDonald's. Just that's all.
Well, in Saudi Arabia, they call it Mecca.
was-
Yeah. I take the pilgrimage every year to McDonald's, McDonald's. Yeah.
Mhm.
Andrew, we actually do. Yeah, once a year we'll congregate at that McDonald's we used to hang out at.
Yeah, we gotta go back by there. You know they're building a Chick-fil-A by 85.
By where that McDonald's is.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I don't care.
No, not that one.
Which one?
It's like right by I-85.
These.
But
Like when you're in Swanee and
Yeah.
you're going to get onto 85 to go south to Atlanta,
Mhm.
you know where the COVID testing is?
Yeah.
It's right next door to that.
a Chick-fil-A there?
Yeah. I'm just thinking about trying to get on the highway at 7 o'clock in the morning.
What else is around there?
But here's the thing.
There's a
There's
lot.
like
That's my question.
on that road.
Yeah, I know. I don't know if they're closed up and down or not. I haven't been down there, but I'm
No.
probably going to go.
No. I actually went there 2 weeks ago, actually. I remember now. There was a sign they were moving location. So I think they're moving that Chick-fil-A over there.
Yeah.
So there won't be two on the same street. I will say there's a weird section of road over in Winder where there's like a bunch of a bunch of small strip malls along the road. And there's a Moe's on each side of it, like 2 blocks away from each other.
Bro, they're not McDonald's.
Yeah, and here's the funny thing. They're 2 different themed Moe's. One is like I don't know if you're familiar with this, but in certain states, usually Arizona, Nevada, Utah, states that have very vast scenic landscapes. There are certain construction codes against the type of colors that you use for your buildings and signage and stuff like that to help preserve the color of the natural landscape. And so in those states, there are some McDonald's, Moe's, like other like fast food chains that are blue, like they're all cool colors instead of warm colors.
I know what you're talking about. They did the same thing to the Moe's by the Greek island.
Yeah, exactly. So
I
it's
don't like it.
I think it looks nice.
It looks like you're about to walk in and eat at a cubicle.
But that I brought that up because one of those 2 Moe's has that color scheme, and then the other one is just a regular Moe's.
You know what's crazy? So the other day I was at work and my boss was like, "Hey, I'll be nice to you guys. I guess lunch, but I get to choose a place." I'm like, "Okay," and she chose Chipotle, and I was like, "Yeah, okay. I don't want to sound like dick or anything, I was like, yeah, but I was sweating a bit because I'd never had it, and I made a point because like there's that whole diarrhea outbreak from Chipotle. Remember that? There's that E. coli thing and like Chipotle.
Oh yeah.
Sure. Yeah. And I remember reading that. I was like, yeah, I'll never eat at Chipotle. And people make Chipotle like their entire personality.
They really do. When it's the worst of it's literally not even the best of the 3 like fast food Mexican places.
I had a carnitas quesadilla. That shit was good. I'm not.
They've got chorizo now, which was pretty exciting, but it's plant-based, and I'm not going to eat plant-based shit. I'm sorry. I don't trust it. I just don't like it.
That shit was really good. I'd go back, honestly. I was stunned. I was like, oh, my God.
It sucks. So over here in Athens, we have like 3 Chipotles over here, and there was only 1 Moe's. And that Moe's wasn't getting enough business, so they shut down recently. So there's now no Moe's, and the closest one, I think, is in like Bethlehem or Winder. Like, it's pretty far away.
That's like a 45-minute drive for Moe's. But on Monday, it's worth it. $6.99 large burritos.
It's always worth it. I will gladly pay.
I still like Moe's or Taco Bell more, but
Recently, as years have gone by, I've been getting less and less into Taco Bell. Like, I'll eat it every now and then still. Like, when me and you hung out this weekend, Ryan, like, I was okay with getting it because, like, I hadn't had it in a while. But it's not something that, like, I can eat consistently.
So I feel like Taco Bell's menu is starting to kind of like go downhill. Like back in high school, they had the beefy Frito burrito, you get the cheesy bean and rice burrito, bean burrito, nacho Bel Grande. Like they used to have the smothered burrito. Oh my goodness, that thing was so good.
Mm-hmm.
They're bringing back the Mexican pizza.
I did see.
I never got that.
I never got it either, but I'd try it now.
You see, I never had the Mexican pizza. What I want someone to bring back, I want Subway to bring back their personal pizzas. That shit was good.
A Subway pizza?
They did it for a long time, and for a long time growing up, when I wasn't really like a big sandwich person, like my family was like, "Oh yeah, let's go to Subway." I'd be like, "Oh well, I want pizza, so I want to just get the pizza at Subway." You literally it was about like probably this big. It was a pretty decent size.
Huh.
Yeah.
It was cheaper than subs.
Was it?
Mm-hmm. It was. To be fair, my family is the type of people who load their subs.
Oh yeah.
So they put a lot of shit on their food.
Whenever I go to Subway, if I get a sub, I'm gonna get an Italian urban cheese bread, foot long, with meatballs, pepperoni, pepper jack, salt, pepper, Parmesan cheese. That's it.
Oh, mine is Italian urban cheese. It's the Italian BMT, so ham, pepperoni. I believe there's some cut sausage on there as well. Italian BMT. No, bacon. It's bacon, sorry.
Yeah.
And then I do, depending on my mood, I do lettuce. It just depends if I want that crunch with it or not. And then salt, pepper, Parmesan, a little bit of mayo.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
I remember, I get the tuna with American cheese. But it turned out their bread legally can't be called bread anymore. And then their tuna doesn't have tuna DNA. And American cheese isn't real cheese. So I get this damn sussy imposter amogus sub that wasn't really real.
That is the best thing I've ever heard in my entire life. Fike. I'm just playing.
Sorry, I had to do this weird perspective. My phone was about to die, so I had to put my phone on sideways.
I was about to say, when you turn your phone sideways, it actually puts it in landscape mode and it's full.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so sorry, we were talking about 85. Listen to this shit that happened to me over the weekend.
Hey, Cole. The Zoom's about to make us go on an intermission.
Okay.
Save it for...
Yeah, let's just cut right here, then I'll start back.
Can you do it within 3 minutes?
No, it will take long.
Okay.
Yeah, before we cut, I will say, I'll eat Taco Bell sparingly nowadays. It's always nostalgic because I used to get it at the mall.
Man. When you go to the mall, you got to get the Chinese food.
No. The mall of GA, I get Taco Bell and then I go see a movie. And it's so super nostalgic to me. I used to go to Sbarro's, but I don't trust Sbarro's anymore because it feels like every other year or every other week they're filing for bankruptcy. It's crazy, but they're always still around. A former coworker told me years ago, he's like, "Yeah, don't trust the shit you eat there." I'm like, "Well, I get the stromboli." He's like, "Especially the stromboli. That shit sits out for days." I was like, "No."
Listen, man, when you go to the mall, this is any mall, you go to the food court, you try a sample at every single Chinese restaurant, and then you pick one of them to go to eat. And they load your shit up.
We need to do a Mall of Georgia food court tier list.
I will gladly do that because I am a sucker for Mall of Georgia food court.
Let's do that shit. That'd be
Checkers.
Fun. It's time. The Chick-fil-A closed on Sundays. Not good. F tier.
Yeah, but that Chick-fil-A isn't as good as like other Chick-fil-A's though.
No,
This
they're
is at the mall.
in the parking lot of the mall.
Wait, what?
There's a Chick-fil-A just outside the mall, and there's also a Chick-fil-A inside the mall.
You're right.
Dude, what if Stacy wants her lemonade early in the morning and then when she's on the way out of the mall?
She can get a Starbucks refresh like every other basic white bitch.
Oh, and Chipotle.
And Chipotle.
I think I've only ever eaten like the Sbarros and the Chick-fil-A and the Taco Bell. Is like they've got that Japanese place, the Philly cheesesteak place. But I never eat at like those. I never eat at Checkers.
Man, Ryan, you suck at eating at the mall.
Taco Bell all the way, bro. And then go see a movie.
Ryan is F tier.
No.
Some food is F tier. You gotta go with the random Chinese places because that's what. So the last time I went to the mall, that's what me and my sister did. It was well, not the last time I went to the mall, but one of the more recent times I ate the food court there. It was my sister's birthday, and she was there with some friends. And I was like, "Hey, look, I'm also at the mall for other reasons. Let me buy you lunch for your birthday." And she picked the best Chinese place in the food court, which I'm always blanking on the name of it right now.
It's on the right side.
Between the Chick-fil-A and the Taco Bell, or the Orange Juice.
Asian Bistro,
On the right side.
Yes.
Yep, I know what you're talking about.
Okay. That place, they loaded us up so much, we had to take home like half of it as leftovers.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Got it.
Okay, cool. I think you said you want to tell a story.
Yeah, so I'm going to begin with saying all of what I'm about to say happened after I already got pulled over after leaving your house.
Wow, that is some intro. Wait, this happened. You didn't tell me about this. You don't.
Yeah, no, because I was saving it for this.
Damn. Okay.
Oh my god.
Shit, what happened?
Well, so first off, I got pulled over because the light turned red while I was driving under it, and I didn't realize there was a cop right behind me. And also, apparently, one of my brake lights is out, so I need to get that fixed. But he just gave me a warning. He didn't give me a ticket or nothing.
Fair enough.
But regardless, so then later that night, I'm driving home. I'm on 85. I just passed the Brazelton exit. So I'm pretty far up 85 already. My fucking tire explodes. And so I pull off to the side and I call my insurance company and they're like, "Oh yeah, give us all the details. Where are you? Yeah. And I was like, then after I did that, like an hour passed. I'm like, this is not going to happen fast enough. At that point, it was already like 10:30. And I was just tired and wanted to go home. So I called the non-emergency police number and they referred me to this thing that they have. It's all up and down 85. So if you're on 85 in Georgia, you can use this service. It's called Champs. You just dial 511. And they basically help with any tire issues, a flat, if you need help putting your spare on, whatever. I needed someone to help me take my old tire off because apparently that tire had been sitting there for a little while. So those bolts were stuck on there pretty tight. And I couldn't get them off myself with the tools I had on hand. And plus my dummy tire was low on air, so I needed someone with an air pump to fill it up. So I called these guys, and then I ended up playing a game of chicken basically on which one's going to come first, the insurance roadside assistance I pay $400 a month for, or the free public service.
The free public service came first.
They won by like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Like I got back on the road, and then the insurance people called me and they're like, "Hey, the guy's there. Where are you?" I'm like, "I already got back on the road. I'm sorry. I was able to figure it out myself." Yada, yada, yada. But anyway, so the dude had to use his impact gun to get the tire off because the bolts were on there, or the lug nuts were on there so tight. He takes them off, replaces with dummy, fills it up with air. He did this all in about 5 minutes. Cool, thank you. I got home. Obviously Sunday was Easter, so everything was closed on Sunday, so I had to wait till Monday to take him to the shop. I took it in, and I took it to Mavis, and I was like, hey, since I'm getting this one replaced, I might as well replace the other one, because they say you should replace the axles on both sides if you're replacing a tire. Plus, my alignment was off. That's what caused it to pop in the first place, because my alignment was so messed up, it was rubbing like wrong on the tire. I drop it off. They call me later and like, hey, by the way, whoever touched your tires last, tightened the lug nut too tight. We have to break the post off to get the tire off. So they had to break one of my lug nut posts. And this is, keep in mind, the second time that has happened to me. And I was like, okay, sure, whatever. Do what you have to do. I'll handle it from there. Because the last time this happened, I was driving my Geo Prism. And if you break a post on it, you can just replace the post, no problem. That's not the case on my new car. On this one, if one of the lug nut posts is broken, you have to replace the whole hub to fix it. So, and they explained this to me when I went to go pick it up. They're like, hey, you still have 4 posts left. You can still drive on it, yada, yada. However, in order to fix it, you have to do this. And these fuckers charged me $80 just to break it off. And so now I am in a feud between Mavis and the Chance people, because the Chance people, their guy was the one who put it on too tight to begin with.
Yeah.
But then the other side, Mavis overcharged me for something that they shouldn't have charged that much money for to begin with.
Well, obviously, they shouldn't have done it in the first place.
They shouldn't have, but then again, at the end of the day, I was the one who gave them permission to do it. Because they said it's either they break the post or they can't replace the tire.
Dang.
So,
it's crazy we're both having tire problems.
yeah, it's just what it is.
I actually got 4 brand new tires on my car from Pep Boys.
How much did
$398.
that run you?
$398. I got a really good deal.
I mean, that is good, but that's still steep.
It was a good price. I have to get my wheel bearings fixed next.
Mm-hmm. Well, the other thing, the people at Mavis told me, they're like, hey, you don't have to replace these right away or anything like that, but we thought you should be aware. Your back shocks are going out. They're still functioning. They're just not at 100%. I'm like, yeah, it's probably because of the 7 speed bumps in my apartment complex.
Yeah. And
I drive like a maniac.
Yeah, that's definitely why.
So, probably sooner than later, those shocks are going to go out. I'm going to have to replace those shocks too. But yeah, no, to replace the hub to fix that post, it's going to be $300.
Jeez.
Yep. So right now I'm trying to see if I can get someone else to pay for it, since, yeah.
Well, Cole, just say next time I'll make the trek to your place.
I appreciate it. I mean, obviously, it was just an unfortunate circumstance. It happens. It is what it is.
I guess you could say it was a series of unfortunate events.
It really was, and you guys know my luck with cars.
I know.
I've been doing so well. I've been doing the oil changes. I've been making sure there's air in the tires. I've been treating her right, and this shit still happens. But yeah, now that I got that done, I gotta go and buy a new brake light. I also need to buy a new headlight, because my headlight would spin out for like 4 months.
So when you get a new car, I would highly recommend getting a Toyota.
I have yet to drive a Toyota. I have, obviously, you guys know I drove the Ford. I drove the Ranger for a while. I drove a Kia Optima for a while. I did really like the Kia. It was a good car.
They don't last long.
Well, they don't last long, but they're good on mileage, and the repairs were minimal. And then I drove a Geo Prism, but that was already a beat up car to begin with, so it was having issues prior.
Yeah.
Same thing with the Nissan Quest after that. That one was a beat up car, but I needed something. But this one, This the 13 Hyundai Elantra. I've liked it so far. Definitely, it's definitely been one of the better cars I've driven. How I will say, so I stayed the week in Buford about 2 weeks ago to pet sit for my mom, and because it was North spring break, so her and my sister were gone, and they decided to watch the pets. My sister obviously didn't take her car with them. She rode with my mom. So my sister was like, "Oh, hey, you can drive my car. Like if you're just like driving around town or something, and you don't want to use your own, just you can use mine." And she drives a 5-speed manual Mazda 3. It's a fun little car.
Oh yeah.
You bet your ass I was driving that car everywhere. I think she left it with like 3/4 of the tank. I refilled up her tank before I left.
Yeah.
But yeah, I pretty much had to put in almost a full tank of gas. The leak. I was driving around so much.
That cost you about $60.
Hers wasn't too bad. It was actually I only ended up having to pay about $15-$20. It's a small
fill
tank.
it up?
Not all the way. I filled it up to where it originally was, which was about
Okay.
if I filled it up all the way, it would probably have been like 25. But that was because I found a really cheap gas station.
The QT?
It wasn't it was a Murphy's actually.
What was the gas price?
At the time it was $3.50, and I used my father-in-law's rewards card on it too.
The QT by my house is at $3.30 a gallon.
I was in Flowery Branch this past weekend for a short while, and they had about $3.30 up there too.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Ryan. Your podcast is kind of turning into a snooze fest.
That's cool. I'm just contemplating.
Oh, but back to Arceus from earlier. Yeah, no, shiny hunting's been a lot of fun with it. The only, I think, kind of the lack. I don't want to say the lack of a post game, because they did add some more stuff with the last update. They could have done a lot more.
Yeah, but I still think this game, I feel, is really working towards Scarlet and Violet.
It is. It's going to be.
Scarlet and Violet's going to be like Gen 4 was.
That's why I won't get the game, because like people are comparing Legends to like a tech demo, and that's probably unfair. But when you see like Scarlet and Violet, it's like they kind of have a point. Like I think I'm gonna wait for that, you know.
I mean,
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but I'd say it's worth it, honestly.
It's definitely worth the play, even if you just borrow it from a friend.
Yeah.
It's definitely worth the play.
Scarlet and Violet looking fire, though.
Mm-hmm.
Scarlet and Violet are looking fire.
They are. They're looking really good. I hope we get some more news about it soon.
Apparently, yeah.
We're supposed to be getting some before the 24th, I want to say.
Well, we weren't even
supposed
to get any news because we weren't even supposed to know it was a thing, because that was like the week Ukraine got invaded, and they wanted to like
hold off on saying anything. Yeah.
They didn't like promote it. I think it is confirmed they wanted to shelve it and do it later, but I'm glad they like got it over. Yeah, they got it over with, because like I didn't want to wait that long.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I get where you're coming from.
But they look great. The only thing I don't like, the pro tags have negative drip. They look like ass.
So
they look like they're school children. It's just how it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they are so ugly looking. They look like shit. Usually, I don't even use customization, but I will here because they're gross.
Yeah. Did you see the rumor about what like the new mechanic is going to be for the game? I saw this rumor. It's apparently, according to somebody's sources, so we don't know how accurate it is, obviously.
It's Centro.
The new mechanic in the new game, like, you know, Gen 6 had Megas. Gen 8 had Dynamax. The new one is going to be adding a new type.
Ooh.
I guess mid-battle? I don't know how it's going to work.
Wait, new mid-battle adding a new type?
I don't know. I don't know what it's going to be, but it's going to... I don't know. It's going to be weird. That's something I heard. I don't know how true it's going to be. I personally would hate that.
That makes
Yeah,
sense.
that's kind of bizarre.
It'd be dumb.
Okay, okay, wait. That would be kind of interesting. Like, imagine if you had an ice Pokemon and it did a move and then melted and turned into a water Pokemon. That would almost be kind of interesting.
No, it would be something more like Mega Stone, where like my guess would be it would have to hold an item that would change its type when you send it out. So like, or add a type. So like maybe the grass plate adds grass typing to it. So you could have Charizard be grass flying fire and get stab solar beam.
Oh, and it gains a third typing. Interesting.
I'm not sure if it gains I read it for like not even a full minute. I just kind of skimmed through. I don't remember if it said it adds a type or if it's gonna replace a type.
Yeah.
But either way, I think it's gonna change. If it's true, I think it'll change the meta game a lot. It's gonna make it a lot more difficult to predict.
They're hellbent with like this and Legends. They're hellbent on destroying the competitive scene.
I will say, I think if it is true, the most common plate you're gonna see is ground. Ground and poison or steel.
Yeah.
Because with ground, you can stop volt turn or volt switch.
Mm-hmm.
And with steel and poison, you can stop toxic. So like Cresselia with the poison plate, it's just saying that's how it works. You could set up, you could become bulky, you could stall and not have to worry about getting toxic. For like, let's say Blastoise or one of those like a water type. If you have the ground plate added to it, electric type moves don't hurt you anymore. So your only weakness is you're going to be 4 times weak to grass. And freeze dry. But I don't know. I think it'd be pretty cool, but I don't know if they're going to do it or not. I think it'd be kind of cool at first, and then like after a little while, it'd get dumb.
I don't even know like what Spain things they would even do. Like flan. Well, obviously they'll do like bullfighting stuff. I think that's Spain.
I hope to see Tauros get an evolution.
Yes,
I think they would. Yeah, the bullfighting. Yeah.
Just go ahead and give it 130 base attack, 120 base speed, and that's it. That's all you have to add. I mean,
yeah, just call it a day.
That thing would be on a tear. At least early on, that would be OU for sure. If not getting banned, pushed up to Ubers. But we'll see.
So obviously, like, this is a reach, but so Spain colonized Mexico. What's based off Mexican culture?
We're gonna get a Maractus evolution.
No, Ludicolo. Lotad, so we get a 4th evolution.
Maractus is more Mexico than Ludicolo.
The Gen 5 guy?
Yeah. Don't be hating on my boy Lombre and Ludicolo.
It'll be a branch evolution.
Every Pikachu, they'll come out with have they said the region name yet?
No, not yet.
No.
They'll do Violet, let's call it Splain. Let's call the region Splain for now, I guess. Poke Spain, I don't know. The Poke Spain Pikachu are all just the Luchador Pikachu.
The Espewian region.
The Flan region.
No,
yeah,
I would like
bring the Luchador Pikachu into the game.
Lucha's gotta be in the next gen.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. I just hope we get some more interesting reveals for new Pokemon.
Yeah.
because I think I saw a potential leak. I think it got what's the word I'm looking for? It got disproven, but there was one. It was like a dark bug type. It was based on like musical instruments.
Really?
I can't remember what it was called for the life of me, but it seemed. But there was a couple more besides those. Like there was no pictures with it. They were just names and types.
Oh, I just found the article. So from Game Rant, this was today. They say that while Game Freak hasn't announced anything concrete, it is all but certain that Pokemon Scarlet and Violet will feature some sort of mechanical gimmick as well. Temporary changes to the Pokemon gameplay loop are key to keeping the series fresh nowadays. So Pokemon Violet and Scarlet obviously keep going. One rumor that may have already shed light on their special feature is that players will temporarily add a third type to their Pokemon, opening up all doors to all kinds of weaknesses and resistance rearrangements. Such a mechanic would definitely require careful balancing from Game Freak, but conceptually, it seems like it'd be a logical next step for the franchise. I personally think if they do that, they have to make it the plates. The plates have to change your typing.
Yeah, because I mean, at that point, why not? You already have an in-game item that has that effect.
So I would hope they would use conversion, the move Porygon typically has in Little Cup. Use conversion on the plates. So you use conversion and it adds the type to the end. That way it takes up a move slot and an item.
The move?
Yeah, so you'd make it known by every Pokemon, but that way it has to take up a move slot and it has to take up an item slot, and that would balance it, I think.
It definitely could.
And that would limit it to one per team. Kind of like the Megas where you had to pick which one you wanted. You could have two Mega Stones on the same team,
but you can only do it the one time.
Right.
I like how when Cole was over at my house the other day, he was like trying to leave, and I was trying to show him like this new game coming out on eShop. I think it's out already, but it's a Fakemon clone. It basically posits like, what if Pokemon stayed like 2D sprite based? So the sprites are really nice, but Andrew and Cole were resoundingly like, I don't give a shit. What the hell is this?
It's just Pokemon Quest.
Well, no,
I'm all for sprite-based Pokemon games. I love them, but at the same time, we literally just got this this super kind of realistic Arceus. So
I will say the Arceus game opened my eyes up more to keeping it, the new style, but I do like the old chibi sprites. I just don't know if it's going to work that well on the Switch because the graphics are updated and everything. And now, if you had a handheld like the DS, where the screen's kind of smaller, so you can't see as much, I guess. Like there's not as much attention to detail from the screen size, then it can work. But like when you emulate a DS game, you can see the pixels on the game. You couldn't see it on the DS that well, but you can definitely see them when you put it on your computer. It's on a bigger screen, better graphics.
Well, I'd argue like the sprite art in Black 2 and White 2 and like just Gen 5 in general has aged super well. And I'd see sprite art in like Gen 4 to Gen 3, a little rough, but I still think looked great. The issue is like whenever there's CG in these games, because like I think there's like a charm to like Gen 4 and Gen 5 is like CG, like 3D modeling, but like they're super archaic to today's standards. Like they put DS games on the Wii U, and I was at a friend's house many years ago who had like Mario Kart DS. He had like all these DS games from the eShop, but when he blew them up on the TV, they look so disgusting. I had the Phoenix Wright trilogy on WiiWare way back in the day, over 10 years ago. I had the Phoenix Wright games, and those sprites blown up on the TV were disgusting. So, I mean, it really just depends.
I mean, even for RCS, like I've been hooking up my Switch dock to my computer monitor, and I've been playing it on my computer sometimes, and it's been interesting because like when you're up close and personal with it, you can really see where some of the slip ups are in the graphical department.
Yeah.
What I love, the frame rate is so bad, and it's like, I get it. They say it's like an aesthetic thing, and I don't mind it, but like I can only imagine like because X and Y, if you turn the 3D on or even the 2D on, that frame rate would lag. It would like drop frames. Like
Yeah.
that game was dropping the ball. Can you imagine Scarlet and Violet with no loading screens anywhere?
It would crash.
Yeah, the Switch can't handle that.
I don't even think the PS5. I mean, it probably could, but it'd be hot.
It'd be raw.
You'd hear the fans.
Switch couldn't even run Kingdom Hearts 3. I'm scared.
Oh, you actually got the Kingdom Hearts games on the Switch?
Yeah, I'm a maniac. I got my I got basically it was just something. I got extra money, so I decided to celebrate by getting the Enneagram Masterpiece. And on my Wi-Fi, it works pretty well. I tested on the demo. I'm like probably halfway into Kingdom Hearts 1. I've had like no issue for the most part, but like Kingdom Hearts 3 is a little laggier, but like I'll get to that problem when I get to that problem.
Dude, all I'm saying is when we played Fortnite at your house on the Switch, like years ago back in high school when it first came out, and I saw how bad it lagged on the other Andrew. Like he was on the screen, he took 2 steps, and then next thing we knew, he was like 30 feet away and dead.
Okay, but that Wild Timber Wi-Fi was ass. Let's be real.
It was that, especially where you were in Wild Timber.
But it's not just the Wi-Fi; it's the Switch itself. Because even if the Wi-Fi is kind of bad, like the Switch itself was just not capable of playing the game.
No, dude, you can't even get like 3. You couldn't even get like 3G service on my old street. It was so bad. It was like
it was rough.
At here, here it's pretty good, and at the old house, my last house in between that house and this one, it was pretty good. But like there it was like unbearable. I don't know how I played so much Fortnite.
Or Halo.
Actually, that's a great that's an evergreen quote like right there. Like take out all the context and it still works. I don't know how I played that much Fortnite.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm still stoked for Scarlet and Violet.
Oh yeah, it's going to be really good.
Listen, y'all. When y'all know you're in the country, I'll tell you what. You know you're in the country when they get an Applebee's and there's a line because it's the first Applebee's they done ever seen. And they done heard about this 2 for $20.
Dude,
Applebee's.
Dude, 2 for $20. That was so me and some friends went up to Charlotte 2 weekends ago for a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament, and we had Applebee's while we were up there. Usually that's our thing. We go to Applebee's after we play Yu-Gi-Oh. We do half price apps because you are usually done after 10, and that's when they start doing them. At least at the one in Buford. And we were up there, and it was like almost midnight, and you're like, oh yeah, half price apps, let's go. North Carolina doesn't do it, and I was like, okay, well, let's look at the 2 for 20, 2 for 25 menu. They all had a fucking price increase.
Yeah, it's not 2 for 22.
Yeah, it's 2 for 22, like 2 for 27, and then 2 for 32 for the third column.
I don't know. I think so. I haven't been there in so long.
Damn it! Now I want Applebee's, and there's I don't think there's an Applebee's here in Athens.
I had Applebee's for dinner.
What's a 2 for 20?
Huh?
What's a 2 for 20? Like, what do you get?
I typically get the chicken tenders and fries with honey mustard, but
No, is that like an entree, 2 entrees for $20 or what?
yeah, so you get 2 entrees and an appetizer for $20, which when you're on a date is a good price. You know,
It is.
keeps it cheap.
Yeah.
But they went up on the price, and on DoorDash over here, they got rid of the mozzarella sticks, which I was very disappointed about.
Oh, the mozzarella sticks are so good.
I know. It really made the combo worth it.
I usually do mozz sticks, the chips and queso, or like wings.
So they had only boneless wings. I got them. I got them extra hot. These wings looked like death. They were solid dark red. I ate 3 of them, and I stopped eating them because it was hot.
I was trying to think of what I went to Taco Mac the other night with my dad, and I was like, "Oh, I want some wings." And I was like, "Oh, I'm just going to get buffalo. That usually works out for wings."
Yeah.
That shit had me crying. I don't know why. I'm not that like weak when it comes to spicy foods because I love
Me
spicy
either.
foods. But that one had me. I don't know what it was. I was tearing up in front of my dad, and he was just like, "What's wrong?" I'm like, "These are really spicy. I don't know why. They're just buffalo." This was the one in Swanee.
Wow.
I want to go to Hooters and try like the spiciest wings they got.
Nah.
That's
You
why.
don't wanna go to Buffalo Wild Wings for that, but you'd have to wait like an hour to get noticed.
Mm-hmm.
I went to a Wild Wing Cafe with not you, Andrew, the other Andrew.
Mm-hmm.
I think we were seeing No Way Home or something, but we're like, because that Wild Wing Cafe by the Walmart, by where we used to all live, that place was like incredible, and then it went away, and then it was some else, and then it was ass, and it's gone. That place was epic, but yeah, the Wild Wing Cafe and the collection, ass. I got the boniest, shittiest wings I ever saw in my life. And they burnt, and they tasted like shit, and it was disappointing.
That's sad.
Oh, I was sad.
Nothing's worse than getting a rubbery wing, or like the wing sauce is too buttery. That's what I find a lot of Hooters.
I still like Hooters. I'm a Hooters defender.
I like their boneless wings with the barbecue sauce and the tots.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. It's Hattie B's hot chicken. I'll get like medium heat, and they'll like want to die.
Yeah.
Do you get it? Have you ever had Hattie B's?
I haven't had Patty B's, but there's a bar close, not a pub, an Irish pub called Maggie Myers over in Alabama.
Yeah.
And if you get hot, it's hot. I got extra hot, extra wet. Oh my God. I had about 6 Dr. Peppers.
Hattie B's, Nashville hot chicken. Yeah, it's downtown. It's really, like, genuinely really good, but like it goes on the tier list. My parents and Andrew get like baby tier, no heat. It was like baby ass tier, then baby tier, and then hot. I get it hot, and it's like damn hot is the next hotter one, and it's like I think the last one's like holy cluck or something. Once I had this work thing, and my superior got like damn hot. He wouldn't, and he was like going through it, but like he would not touch like hottest clock or what. It was like holy clock. What, you get the joke.
Yeah.
And I'll have like hot, and I'll be like, I'll be like, snot out my nose. I'll be like in pain. I'll be crying. But damn, that was good.
So like recently, usually when I do spicy stuff, I'm usually just like, oh, I'll add some like red pepper flakes to my pasta or to my pizza, like.
Man,
But
that's not.
I'll put like a shit ton of it on there, and it's like the really high quality red pepper flakes, not the shitty ones.
Oh, you
Well,
get
you
those
have a-
Papa John's packets.
Oh.
Hey guys, I'm gonna cut this out, but are we gonna go for another round here, or like what?
I gotta go to bed.
I was about to say,
It's
I'm gonna.
9:20.
I have been so sleep deprived. I fell
Yeah.
asleep watching Netflix with Nikki earlier.
Fair enough. Okay, I'll just cut this out and I'll just jump in. Well, seems like closing time is upon us.
Ripperoni, my
Right.
guy.
Wait, what?
Ripperoni, my guy.
I've been at Ride the Tiger. Wait, what? You're talking on my outro. What?
We're great guests.
Real.
Oh, what'd you say, Cole?
I just said big oof.
Yeah, but I've been at Ride the Tiger. Who are you people?
I'm slinging out them poles, good rod fishing.
And that's no spaces.
Yeah, no spaces,
All
no
more.
spaces.
I'm playing in the low ranks of Master Duel because I have not touched my computer account of Master Duel in like 2 months. So I'm stuck in the bottom tier because it's on a season system. So every season you go back to
Basics.
like the past. So like obviously it's rookie, bronze, silver, gold, platinum. And then at the like let's say you end on platinum 1, then the new season starts. You start at gold 5 at gold 1. So it's kind of that way.
Yeah.
And I just have not been touching my computer account. If I'm playing this game, I'm usually playing on my phone or on my Switch. So like my Switch, like my phone one's in platinum, my Switch one's in gold. This one I just booted up while we were talking because I wanted to play while we were talking, and it was on rookie 2, which is the lowest one.
Nice.
Because I've just not been playing it. Sorry, Ryan, I didn't mean to take up some more time there.
Cool. It's cool. Next time, tomorrow night, we're recording Rock Shop Podcast After Hours edition. We'll be watching Running the Rat Race, critically acclaimed film. We're going to watch it drunk because we're going to do a drinking game. You guys are invited if you'd like. Screenings at 8:30. It'll be pretty cool. The star of Running the Rat Race will be there. I'll be there. Maybe Andrew, not you, Andrew. The other Andrew will be there. I think he will be there to get Liddy. And then there's this other girl from I think episode 10 gonna be there.
Okay.
So if you guys wanna join for the Liddiness, it'll be pretty epic.
All right.
You guys actually want to come?
Oh, well, wait, are we still recording first?
Yeah, we're still recording.
Let's discuss it after.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, you guys are welcome to come. I'm just putting it out there.
Okay.
But if not, we'll definitely have to. I don't know which one we three will have to do. I'm really into that fast food tier list.
I'm definitely that. Yeah.
We'll have to do like a mukbang of all this bullshit, like Checkers.
I'm down.
Yeah.
Don't sleep on Checkers. Checkers is good.
Checkers is good. How? That
They're fried.
$2 chicken bites box.
Checkers and the New Orleans place and
I have to try that. There's also like a poke bowl.
it's like vegetarian place.
The poke bowls are vegetarian. They're just like sushi. They're just like raw fish with rice.
I'm pissed off. Cole, I think I'm right when I say this. I could be wrong, but they got rid of Dairy Queen. Isn't that right?
Well, you mentioned it earlier. I remember seeing it last time I went, but I could be wrong.
Well, it was like an Orange Julius and a Dairy Queen. Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's an Orange Julius on the second floor. Then there's a Dairy Queen in the food court.
Yeah.
No, I thought they were like connected. They were like the same place.
Well, they're under the same parent company, but Orange Julius doesn't do food options. Orange Julius just does blizzards, smoothies, things like that.
Fair enough. Yeah, I think it's gone, but I don't know. A lot of places in the mall just randomly shut down, but
Well, we got less than a minute. It's been a pleasure, boys, but I got to get to bed.
see ya.
Of course. See ya.
See you guys.